Hi there and welcome to another tutorial video. During this video, we're going to show you how you can use list monitoring to connect Dbounce to your CRM to help keep track and monitor your email list. So to get started, let's go ahead and dive right into it. And the first thing I've done here is I have clicked on list monitoring on the left-hand side inside of our navigation. Now, once we are inside of here, we need to connect our CRM. Now, to do this, we are going to go to add a list from ESP at the top right-hand corner and click on that. Now, once we click on that, we can see right now we have 12 different options that we can connect to. So to get connected with your CRM, all you're going to do is click on the connect option on the right-hand side. Now, for this tutorial, we are going to use MailerLite. So I'm going to go to MailerLite, which is number 2, and I'm going to click on connect. Now, once I do that, it is going to ask me for my MailerLite API key. Now, depending on the CRM that you choose to connect with, it may ask for different information. So in my case, we're going to go with the API key for MailerLite, and I already have mine ready to go. So we're going to paste that in there just like so and click on connect. Now, once I have my CRM connected, we can see the list that we have inside of my account. So here we can see I have 160 contacts. Now, once I see that list, I can go ahead and import for automation. So we're going to go ahead and click on that. And as we can see, Dbounce has now grabbed my list of 160 contacts, and it is now being analyzed and prepared. So we'll give this just a moment here to go ahead and do that. Now, once Dbounce is finished grabbing and setting up this integration for us, we can now choose the monitoring cycle that we would like to go with. So for example, we can have Dbounce monitor this list for 1 month, 2 months, and so forth, all the way up to 1 year. For now, I'm going to leave mine on 1 month. Next is the maximum list size. So right now, as you can see, we have 160 emails inside of our list, and we're going to monitor it for 1 month. The maximum list size is how big I think my list will be by the end of this month. So if I think I'm going to reach 1,000 emails, then I want to set this to 1,000. However, if I think I'm only going to reach 250 emails, I can set this to 250. Now, it's important to note that if your email list does go above the maximum list size, the monitoring will stop. So you want to make sure that you set this high enough to cover any growth that you expect. Now, if you change this to, let's say, 6 months, then you want to make sure that you have a big enough list size here for your maximum to cover any growth that you will see in 6 months. So for now, we're going to leave mine on 1 month, and we're going to leave mine on, let's say, 300 as the maximum list size. 2 other options we have here is we can choose to consider accept all emails as invalid, and we can consider unknown emails as invalid as well. If you're not sure what either of these mean, you can click on the help icon next to each one to learn more about those statuses. Lastly, let's talk about the pricing of the list monitoring. So what you're going to do is you are going to pay 2 times the maximum list size per 30 days. So for example, if I have a maximum list size of 300, I'm going to pay 600 credits per month. And you can actually see that down here at the bottom, just below the Start Monitoring button. If I were to change this to 2 months, we're going to pay 300 times 2, which is 600, times 2, since it's 2 months, which will be 1,200 credits. So whatever the maximum list size is, times 2 per month, all right? And once you have that all set up, all you have to do is click on Start Monitoring, and Dbounce is going to go ahead and configure that and monitor your list every day for the next 30 days or longer, depending on the time frame that we selected. And if they find any issues at all, they will send you an email. So be sure to look out for any emails from Dbounce about your list monitoring. All right, so it's actually been about a week since we set up this monitoring task at the beginning of this video. And now I want to show you what it looks like inside of our validation history and our logs. So here I am inside of the list monitoring, and now what we're going to do is underneath the list that we are monitoring, we are going to click on View Validation and Sync Logs. So let's go ahead and click on that. And that's going to open up a new tab here. And inside of this new tab, we have some additional information that we can look at. First of all, we have the history of our monitoring. So we have each of the past few days here going back to when we set up this monitoring task, as well as when it started, when it finished, the valid emails, and so forth all the way through. So we can come in here day by day and see what's happening. Then we can scroll to the bottom here and we have this monitoring chart. And again, we can mouse through here day by day and see what's happening with our email list. And the last thing I want to show you, if we go to the top and we go back to the list stats here, at the upper right hand corner, there's a little edit icon that we can click on to edit this task. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And this is just where we can extend the monitoring or change the list size if we need to, or configure these other options here if we needed to. So if you ever need to make edits to the task while it's running, you can come here and you can do that as well. All right. So that's the end of this one. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial video.